Hello there. So I wanted to share a message about the Torah movement. And so before I get into it a little bit, I wanted to say that, if you're new to this channel, I've been making videos for about 8 years. So you can go back and look at some of my videos to see what I'm about. But I love Jesus. I love his word. And I try to do a video. I try to, do a video when I'm led of the Spirit. So anyway, I wanted to speak about what's happening with this whole Torah thing. That, it's growing a lot. And the way I want to describe this is that I understand the pull to want to find a group of people that want to follow the Bible more closely because of the condition of many churches that, as the Torah people call it, they've just become lawless. They don't care about the commandments of God. And that is true. Many churches do not. They take grace to another extreme to where, we don't have to keep the commandments of God, basically, and we're still saved, and that's false. But here's where it gets a little bit hairy or complicated. The thing is that we're under a new covenant, which means that we are under God's moral law, always, of course, but it's not the ordinances in the Mosaic law. Jesus fulfilled all those, okay? Those were only added because of transgressions. And the Bible's very clear on this. And you have to study the Bible for yourself. So, when I was more of a baby Christian, I joined a Hebrew roots type group. And it was a cult. It is a cult. But not to say that everyone there was a terrible person. But they were getting back into full-blown keeping all the feasts and it was a commune and everything, and I was there for 10 months. And I learned a lot during my time there. So I don't want to judge harshly anybody who's involved in the Torah movement. And I'm not saying everybody that's in, there's different branches. But the whole thing is, why Torah movement? It's like a reaction. It's a reaction to lukewarm churchianity. And they'll say that, they'll say themselves, we are against cultural churchianity. But just because you're against something and doesn't necessarily mean you're doing the right thing. Now let me, just bear with me. I'm just sharing from my hard observation and experiences that, we have to be careful in these times, because Jesus said in the last days there's going to be a lot of false prophets, and there are a lot of false prophets in the Torah community as well, and people don't know where to go, and that's just a sign of the times. It really is. So I'm going to just give you some verses to look up, and I'll put them in the description box, but I just want to say that we Christians are under a new law, and it's the law of liberty, the royal law. And I will also write some verses in the description about that, because I do like to write. I don't mind speaking either, but this is a very deep topic, and I don't want to make this very long. I just want to get people thinking, like, you don't want to, in reaction to something, go into something else that's false. Now, I know that some Messianic people are sincere Christians. I was a sincere Christian when I was in this Messianic cult. So I'm just sharing this to help people not just join anything out of desperation for community, which is tempting, because these are crazy times. What else can I share about this? So another little revelation I had was when reading, just reading what Jesus said.